Now, I want to start with a prediction that may make some people angry or uncomfortable. I think crime is going to fall and fall dramatically. And I think we're going to credit all the wrong things and all the wrong people because that's what we do. Now, I can already hear some of the people who are going to object to this. Crime is out of control. The cities are burning. Have you seen the news? Now, I'm not here to argue about perception. Perception is a lot different than reality. I don't think perception has anything to do with it. I'm here to talk about some math because it tells a story that a lot of people are missing. There's a concept known as the crime age curve. They've got data going back to 1842. The same pattern happens every single time. Criminal behavior increases in adolescence. It peaks in teenage years, roughly 15 to 19. Then it declines into the early 20s and keeps on declining for the rest of our lives. Think about it. Teenagers are idiots. I was an idiot. Every teenager you know is dumb. They don't know much. They are just making it up as they go along. They're trying to keep up with their friends and the Joneses. And if they're in the wrong place, if they're surrounded with not enough care, if their incentives are wrong, if there's no one to set them straight, they veer off and they do stupid stuff. And that includes crime, drugs, gangs. It's not about race or class or culture or parenting or video games or whatever else people want to blame. This is biology. We're dumb, especially young men. We take more risks. We're more impulsive. We respond more intensely to peer pressure. We have less impulse control. Our brains as teenagers, the part of our brain that handles judgment, the I think it's the prefrontal cortex, and the thought about consequences, it doesn't develop for a long, long time, not fully. But the good thing about it is that it's not a permanent condition. People age out of it. We get jobs. We have families. We meet people. We have kids. We have responsibility, and we stop. And if you look at other types of crime, it's true too. Property crime, things like theft, those peak even sooner. Younger kids do that. The age crime curve is reliable across culture. You can argue about why it happens, but about you can't argue that it exists. And we're already starting to see this drop in some places. California in particular. The violent felony arrest rate for young adults ages 18 to 22 dropped dramatically. It's cut in half in 25 years. We've got a half century of data showing young men, especially Black and Hispanic young men in our cities, as the leading victims and perpetrators of violent crime. It's true. And before you start hurling, things at me like, "No, James, that's racist. That's wrong." No, look, I'm a black man. I'm talking about where I come from. I'm talking about people who grew up like I grew up. And we are overwhelmingly the victims and perpetrators of violence in numbers that should have shocked us long ago. And what I believe is that in the years to come, as we see fewer black men, fewer kids, period, we're going to see violent crime drop. Not because we solved anything, not because we addressed root causes. It's just going to happen. And here's what I think that politicians will take credit. Whatever policy that was in place at the time, whether they're tough on crime or what have you, and they're going to claim that that did it. But I think the truth is, what's happening has nothing to do with them. It's all about our population and how quickly everything is changing. This is the Weekly Note. I'm James A. Brown.